We are live with Lunch Break Live. You are not going to believe how tasty these buffalo chicken crunchy vegan style wings are coming at you today. Wow, I'm here with Daniel, co-founder of Clean South. Daniel, what are you making today?
Hey, today I'm going to be making a vegan, obviously, crunchy buffalo chicken salad. Hi, everyone.
Hey, all right, coming to you live from California. Take it away. Take us through step by step.
Sure.
Wow, what do we start with here?
So today I'm going to be making a salad that's cabbage-based, and I like to make salads like this because everyone loves kale and romaine, but sometimes you just want to mix it up. And having a cabbage-based salad is a really nice way to get a lot of crunch. They're chock full of vitamins and minerals that you can't really get from kale. Every vegetable provides its own nutrients. And one of the main ingredients today is the Clean South vegan buffalo wings.
Yeah, look at these, you guys. Look at these if you haven't tried these yet. Oh my gosh.
Just going back to the cutting board here. So this is an entire 10-ounce container of the vegan wings. It actually has 80 grams of protein. So it's going to add a lot of heartiness to the salad. And it's definitely a meal salad. You're going to be full afterwards. So basically what we want to start with is we want to make the dressing first. It's a sesame ginger dressing. And, the philosophy that my wife Jessica and I share is that, eating amazing food doesn't have to be complicated. Everything, I know this looks like a lot of ingredients, but everything you're seeing here, I had pretty much in my pantry. So it's really just basic pantry staples. If you have a well-stocked pantry, you're going to have most of these ingredients on hand. And even if you don't have them all on hand, there's going to be really easy substitutions. We believe that there's always a way to make these dishes. You don't have to have every single thing that I have here. Easy substitutions are always advised, just because then you can make the recipe and you don't have to stop yourself from thinking that, I need to make this with every perfect ingredient. It's not true.
Love it. You know what I really get from you, Daniel? You and Jessica are all about convenience and comfort.
Yeah.
Making it easy. If you don't go getting all complicated or anything, pick up a box of these Clean South delicious wings, add them to your salad, and take it away. What do we do first?
Okay.
First, attention, everyone. Now's the time. Watch this.
Okay, so you're going to make the dressing first because it actually needs to sit for about 5 to 10 minutes just to let the flavors meld together and just so that everything can soften, especially the jalapenos. So you can use a bowl or a mason jar. I'm going to use a mason jar because it's so much easier. You don't need a whisk. You don't need to worry about anything except just the mason jar and the lid. So first things first is 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. So I have Trader Joe's toasted sesame oil. Use whatever sesame oil you can find. We're not going to sweat the details about that. Next is going to be 2 tablespoons of olive oil. After that is
I'm gonna banter with you back and forth because people are asking questions. So we'll just go back and forth. Everybody's paying attention as we go. And Tom wants to know because he's ready to eat these wings in Chicago. He wants to know where he can order these, how we can get some of these. He's ready to go. Tell us.
Awesome. Hey, Tom. So you can actually order them directly from our website. It's cleansouthala.com. We'll ship them directly to your door with UPS overnight shipping, and they'll arrive cold. So it's, we're following all the safety protocols. And you could also, if you don't want to order from our website, you can get it from veganessentials.com. They also ship, and as well GTFO, it's vegan.com. So you've got plenty of options to order them direct to you. And we're really hoping to expand to the Midwest very soon. We have some things in the works that I can't talk about right now, but I'm hoping that the Midwest will be expanded to very shortly. Because I know that we have a lot of vegans in Chicago and the Midwest.
Yes, amazing. Okay, back to the dressing.
So we have our sesame oil, our olive oil. Next is 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar. If you don't have rice vinegar, any vinegar will work. 2 tablespoons of lime juice. I prefer fresh lime juice, but if you don't have that and you just have the green lime plastic thing on hand, that works as well. Then next is 2 tablespoons of soy sauce or coconut aminos. And then 2 tablespoons of agave syrup, maple syrup. You could even use date syrup as an easy substitution, but I'm using maple syrup today. And then onto the veggies we have up here. This is 1 tablespoon of minced ginger.
Ooh, I love some ginger.
A teaspoon of salt. I have here Malden flakes. They're very large. If you're going to use table salt or something a lot more finely ground, you want to use less than 1 teaspoon, maybe half a teaspoon to start. You can always add more salt later. It's hard to remove it once it's in the recipe. And then half a teaspoon of garlic powder or 1 clove of garlic grated. I have garlic powder here. And then finally, last but not least for this dressing, I have jalapenos. So the recipe that we have on our website, which I'm following here, calls for Fresno chilies, which are smaller than jalapenos. So the website says 1 to 2 Fresno chilies. Because the jalapenos are larger, I just used half of a jalapeno. And, it also just depends on how spicy you want it. I do like food very spicy, so I'm going to go ahead and use as much jalapeno as I want. But yeah, for jalapenos, you just want to slice them a little bit smaller since they are larger than the Fresno chilies. So that's the last ingredient there. And the cool thing about the vinegar and the salt in this recipe is that it's going to soften the jalapenos and it's actually going to cut down the spice a little bit. So yeah, this is just shaking it in the mason jar. Like I said, if you have a bowl and a whisk, that works great too. So we're just going to set that aside for now and let the flavors meld on that for about 10 minutes. And then moving on to the cabbage side of it, I have here 4 cups of green or Napa cabbage, finely shredded. And just a quick note about shredding veggies. I used to do it for a long time just by hand with a serrated knife. And a few years ago, we got introduced to this tool, which is called a mandolin. I don't know if you're familiar with this.
Yes, that's awesome. Those are powerful. There's a little tool right there that gets a lot done.
It gets a lot done. So this shreds the veggies super consistently, very quickly. But it's a little bit dangerous. My wife and I have had our fair share of accidents with it, so now we just use a thick gardening glove.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're shredding the veggies, maybe you're not paying attention.
Okay.
It's really close to the blade, so this is an amazing, efficient tool, but you just got to be careful with it. Safety first.
All right. You know what I really want to know is okay, we're going to keep making the salad here, but I really want to know what's in your Clean South wings there. I'm really curious. So we're going to talk about those soon, everybody. Get ready. And I want to tell you, Daniel has a book as well, you guys. It is a cookbook for everyone. Here it is. Look at this.
Yeah.
And this isn't your first around the book with this, right? This is number 2?
This is number 2. Yeah, the first issue sold out. It's more of an instructional manual of how to use the zine, because basically every recipe is formatted to include pantry staples.
Nice.
And then, so pantry staples here, I think it's a little out of focus, but there's pantry staples and then there's fresh veggies. So. But yeah, this is full of recipes. This is a tofu scramble recipe and these awesome photos that my wife and her friends Brooke and Riley put together. So shout out to them. It's got all these awesome recipes. It's got articles like why vegan, why not. This is my favorite recipe of the whole zine is the chickpea noodle soup. And there's so many awesome recipes and articles. And yeah, this is actually available on our website. You can also get this at Besties in Hollywood and Nature Well Juice Bar in Silver Lake.
Very cool. So if you
Yeah.
want to get up close and personal with it, you can do that too. Or you can order it, I bet. Yeah, very
Yeah.
cool. How to cook a plant. All right, back to the salad. We've got some cabbage in here.
Yeah. So I'll just finish the salad and then I can tell you a little bit about the wings. Does that sound good?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have the 4 cups of green cabbage, finely shredded with the mandolin. 1 cup of red cabbage. I'm gonna just combine that together. 1 cup of shredded carrot. I just bought this as a shredded carrot already, so that saved me a little bit of time of the preparation. We also have a 1/4 cup of, the recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of peanuts, but I only had cashews. So again, just use what you have. Don't let not having everything on hand stop you from making amazing vegan food at home. And then a cup of vegan crunchy noodles. This was just from the Asian aisle of my local supermarket. And you just want to check the ingredients real quick to make sure that there's not egg in it. These ones were good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and add those. And then the last ingredient is going to be sesame seeds or benny seeds, but I'm going to just add them at the end just to top everything. So here I'm just going to go ahead and give everything a nice little toss. Just combine everything together.
Yeah, and you said, make sure that you check those ingredients so there's no egg included. You know what I'm so impressed by, Daniel? First of all, you're here in the kitchen creating this incredible salad, and you are a business owner, busy man with a business. My goodness, tell us how you guys got started with Clean South.
Oh, that's a really good question, actually. Our first event that we ever signed up for was Vegan Street Fair in 2015. So it was the first vegan street fair, and my wife Jessica and I had been working in different professions, but we always, forever, for as long as we've been together, which is a very long time, we've actually been together since 2002. We always talked about starting a food truck or starting some kind of fast food restaurant because we were vegetarian, but we couldn't find anything quickly. McDonald's, Taco Bell, really nothing was catering to vegetarians or vegans back then. So we always had the idea of something convenient or fast food-ish in mind. And so we've been making seitan at home for many years. And our friend Greg, he told us about the Vegan Street Fair. He had seen it advertised online. So we actually took $3,000 that we had saved for our wedding, which was going to be 3 months after that first event. And we used that money to buy all of our equipment and to buy our booth at the street fair. So we were really, really nervous. We had never really done anything like this before. We'd never sold food to the public. We had never, we didn't go to culinary school. So it was really just a labor of love and just kind of believing in the product itself. And so after that first vegan street fair, we actually broke even and we made our wedding money back and we were able to get married a few months later. But that was just the beginning of it, everything kind of just developed more organically after that. We started doing more events throughout 2015. And then in 2016, we debuted our combo meal. And, just seeing how people responded to being able to pick it up at a store and just eat something vegan quickly, just the ease of it really struck a chord with us. So it's just been a journey ever since then. But yeah, these boxes are pretty much the culmination of everything that we've been doing since 2015.
Yes, this is so cool. And you and I were talking earlier about how you're actually in some of these corner market stores that are in neighborhoods that don't have a large market, like a large grocery store nearby. Or if they do, people want to go to their local. They want to get their avocado that's curated. And now you're starting to have your product in some of those locations as well. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. Yeah. We have our products, our wings in stores like Erewhon and Lassen's, but we have this local corner store called Boone's Market that's just a family-run store, and my wife and I would just go shopping for our produce there, like avocado, and they have really good pinto beans when we want to make pinto beans from scratch. And I just talked to the owner and I said, would you give this a try? And he said, sure. And he was honest with me. He said, I don't really think it's going to do well in this neighborhood. But now it's been a couple of months, and every time I go to check up on them, they're almost sold out. So Definitely bringing vegan food to as wide of an audience as possible is part of our mission. That's why we make the seitan that we make from scratch into vegan wings, because it's something that people are familiar with. It's flavors that are fun, and because the wings are fully cooked and sauced, they're easy to eat. They're ready to go out of the package. So that's definitely a core part of our mission, is just to bring as much vegan food to people as possible.
Okay, so Tom wants to know, do you make a vegan buffalo sauce for the wings? But I've had them before, and they're on the wings. It's already on the wings, right? So
we do. Yeah, we make our own vegan buffalo sauce that goes on the wings. Same for the honey barbecue wings. We make a vegan barbecue sauce from scratch, and of course, we use only non-GMO ingredients. We make sure that everything that we use is completely animal-free. Even down to the sugar that we use, we call our purveyors and made sure that everything is bone char free. Our Worcestershire sauce has no anchovies, so we really go the extra mile just to make sure that the ingredients are clean.
Yes. Okay. And Tom wants. Oh, sorry. You're holding those boxes. What are those?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, these are the wings that we sell in stores. So even though the boxes look small, this cutting board is the entire package. So they definitely are more than just a few servings, even though they seem like they're a small form factor. It's 80 grams of protein for the entire box. And like I said, we use all non-GMO ingredients. We have a lot of organic ingredients, even though we're not organic certified. We use as many organic ingredients as possible. And we make the seitan from scratch. There's nothing frozen or anything, with preservatives in our food. And that's the entire mission, is just to make vegan food that's healthy and delicious, but also fun. Because I think a lot of vegan products out there, even though they're amazing, they are just sort of catering to the vegan crowd or people that are familiar with vegan food. And our mission is just to widen that net, and just get people that have never tried vegan food before to give it a try, because who doesn't love wings and who's not familiar with wings?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, back to the salad. Tom wants to know, do you add vinegar to the dressing?
Yeah, there is rice vinegar in the dressing, but you can go ahead and use any vinegar you have on hand. Regular white vinegar will work fine, just as long as it has that vinegar quality. It's definitely gonna help. So we're actually ready now. The dressing has combined, and I'm just going to give it one more shake. And I'm going to go ahead and pour this on the salad.
All right. So here's my question to you is, if you are someone who wants to get into the vegan, plant-based food space, what are your top 3 tips? Okay, that looks so good. Just my favorite flavorings right there. The vinegar, the tanginess of the lime. Come on. Wow. And the seasonings, and throw that on there. What?
Chicken. My top 3 tips. I would say the first thing is just to make sure that you're doing it with a passion. I think a lot of people, especially in 2021, with the way that the plant-based sector has really taken off, I think a lot of people get into it thinking that it's, just an easy way to make money, or that it's just something that people are looking for, which it definitely is. But I think, having the background of this was just the food that Jessica and I wanted to eat. We were making the food that we wanted to eat that we couldn't find. So I think having that passion driving you is really important. I think the other thing is just to keep in mind that although vegans are going to try your food and they're going to love it, there's so many more people out there that are not vegan. Unfortunately, we're still getting to the point where veganism is going mainstream, and it's just going to keep going further and further as time goes on. But for right now, I think that you want to kind of make food that appeals to everybody. And then my third tip would be to just test your food on friends and family first. That's exactly what we did. We will make food for ourselves, for our friends, for our family, get feedback from them, get notes, and that's how we made our chicken as good as possible before we even debuted it at our first event. So even though we were nervous and we weren't sure if people were going to like it, it had already been through a lot of steps of testing and feedback. So this is almost finished. I just need to add the sesame seeds.
Ooh, yes.
And there you go. There's your buffalo chicken crunchy salad. And this has so many layers of crunch to it. You have the sesame seeds, you have the crispy noodles, you have the wings. Oh, I forgot to mention, we actually grilled the wings on an electric grill, like a George Foreman grill. So that's why it had those marks on it. So yeah, I should have mentioned that first. But yeah, you want to grill it on an electric griddle. If you don't have that, just a cast iron pan would work great.
Amazing, delicious, delectable. Daniel, this has been such a great show. I love your salad. That's incredible. Anything else you want to leave our viewers with? They are all mouth-watering right now. Their mouths are watering, wondering where, how soon they can order these to go on top. And football season's going to come up before you know it. Wings, more wings, delicious wings. Take it away. What are your final thoughts?
I want to say is that, the wings and the products that we make is really just a reflection of our philosophy, which is that the best way to convince your friends and family members and the ones close to you to eat more vegan food is just to make them delicious vegan food. Because, we've been there. We had all the arguments and laying out the reasons why the people that we love in our family should go vegan, but it's really, the food is really the way to convince people. So I say just make amazing, delicious vegan food for the ones you love, and just let them come to it on their own. That's my personal philosophy.
Such good information. So important. Appreciate you. So nice to see a vegan male chef. We need more men to be vegan, says Carol Zarbona. Wow. Our fans.
Thank you so much for letting me be here today. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you being here. Are you kidding me? This was awesome. And the salad looks so tasty and satisfying and fulfilling. Everybody, you can make this for your summer cookouts. If you're going to any potlucks, be bringing this. This is easy. It looks like it's going to travel well, and, savory and crunchy and a little tang to it too. Amazing. Tom says, more segments, please. Woohoo! We'll definitely invite Daniel back. I'm sure they're going to be bringing us more news in the future as well in the vegan space, and on the lookout for their products on the shelves, and ask your local spots in the United States for these products, everybody. So if you're overseas, look for the closest to Clean South. But right now, we're going to be bringing this forward. You can order it now on Clean South LA. Daniel's bringing the salad one more time, close up. Yes. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Yes. Excellent.
Thank you guys so much for your time.
For sure. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us here on Lunch Break Live. We'll see you next time. Right.